If you don't have your homework out already, get it out really quick because we're going to go over a couple of questions off it. They're going to be ones that I pick that I think you might struggle with, ones that I think are important. If they're not the ones that you thought were hard or the ones that you needed help with, I'm sorry. I guess I'll help you on Monday when I come back, okay? So I'm going to start with problem number 3. Problem number 3, negative xy all to the third power, xy squared to the third power. I have to break this into 2 parts. I have to do this part first. Now, the coefficient here is a negative 1. Negative 1 to the third power because that 3 gets distributed. Remember, it's not multiplied by the coefficient, it's distributed to it. Negative 1 to the third power means negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1, which is negative 1. Then I distribute that 3 to the x and y, and I get x to the third, y to the third. Now the second half I do the same thing, distribute the 3, distribute the 3. There was no coefficient there, so that saved me some time. So for x, it's x to the third, for y, it's y to the 6th. Then I have to put all that together, and I get negative 1. X to the third makes x to the 6th. Y to the third, y to the 6th makes y to the 9th. Now, the other way that can be written is without the 1. You could just have a negative sign there. You'll see both ways. I usually don't put the 1, but sometimes I do. Kind of hit and miss. Let's look at number 7. Number 7, negative y to the third times negative 6y to the negative 8th. Coefficients first. We're multiplying, so the coefficients get multiplied. Negative 1 times negative 6 is positive 6. Now my y's, I add 3 plus negative 8. 3 plus negative 8 would be negative 5. So y to the negative 5th. But I know I can't leave a negative exponent. Remember, negative exponents have to be moved. The 6 is has no exponent. 6 has no exponent at all, so it's going to stay there. But the y to the negative 5th has to move to the bottom, and there's your answer. Let's look at number 14. Number 14, x over y to the negative 3. Now, this negative 3 on the outside is going to be distributed to both things. So that makes on top x to the negative 3, and on the bottom y to the negative 3. But again, I know that I can't leave negative exponents. So that x to the negative 3 on the bottom has to move, sorry, said it wrong, forgive me. The x to the negative 3 on top has to move to the bottom and become positive. The y to the negative 3 on the bottom has to move to the top and become positive. And you're done. There's your answer. There's nothing more you can do to that. I wish you could tell me for sure which ones you need, but you obviously can't since I'm not there. So let's look at number 25. Number 25, the volume of a cube can be found by using the formula V equals S cubed, where S represents the length of each side of the cube. Find the volume of the cube if each side is 3a cubed b to the 5th. So this goes where the S is. So I'm going to put it in parentheses. V equals 3a to the third b to the 5th, all to the third power. Now it looks like those other problems. I'm going to distribute that 3 to everything. Remember, when I distribute it to the coefficient, it's not 3 times 3, it's 3 to the third power, which is 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27. A to the third becomes a to the 9th, because 3 times 3 is 9. B to the 5th becomes b to the 15th, because 5 times 3 is 15. So that's 4 of your homework problems off this assignment, and I think that's enough. If it's not for you, grade it, turn it in, and if you need some more help on these problems, we'll look at it on Monday when I come back. You are having a test over all this stuff on Tuesday. So if you need help with it, plan to be in tutorials Monday morning or after school or Tuesday morning. Do not wait until the test when you walk in the door to say you need help. Get in here before that, okay? Your assignment today is going to be out of your book, and I expect you to work and use your time wisely. So do that, please, and thank you.